Introducing the starting five for your Philadelphia 76ers. Starting at power forward, 6'5", number 17, PJ Tucker. Starting at shooting guard, 6'2", number 8, Anthony Melton. At forward, 6'8", number 12, Tobias Harris. Starting at the guard position, 6'5", number 1, James Harden. At center, 7 foot, number 21, Joel Embiid.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Anthony Simons came in as a shy teenager. He said, people here have seen me grow up. Even those around me tell me, man, you've come a long way. You're becoming a man now. I'm coming out of my shell. I've grown a lot, and I'm out of the quiet stage. Now, I'm much more talkative. Kevin?
He is, and his game, David, speaks volumes by itself. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Jeremy Grant is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Eubanks in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the 76ers, on the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. DeAnthony Melton out there with Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
And some added toughness on the roster, something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like PJ Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Simons against Melton. Pass to Eubanks. There's the dish to Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
Now, here is Harden. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. And Harden with the stuff.
And on the drive, Harden just so tricky to guard. No one wants to risk handing him a foul.
Pass to Grant. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Dribble on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the 76ers. Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
Eubanks. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And the 76ers with possession. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Here's Lillard. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Kicks it out to Grant. A 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Clean long-range shooting from Grant. His team counts on him to deliver that shot.
Harden looking it over. Out to Harris. A 3-ball. No good there. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets him beat apart is he does it with such ease.
Lillard left side. And then Lillard slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers on top, up by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank, Greg, dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
On the court for the Trailblazers. In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Little out there with Grant. And it's Watford in at the 5 down low. Here is Harden. Really played well against Milwaukee's last outing. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
He plays with such force. You see why Harrell has been called the heart and soul of this team.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Johnson, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
For Philadelphia, Montrezl Harrell. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
You look back at how the Blazers have drafted. They get a lot of value no matter where they pick. Great job of identifying and drawing talent.
And Jalen McDaniels picks up the foul.
Jalen McDaniels.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's the screen. Picks it out to Johnson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Niang. 2 big marks there, you're right. And the last 2 lottery picks for Portland before the latest draft, Lillard and McCollum.
And Kevin, McCollum has since moved on, but they have knocked it out of the park in the last decade. Great job of maximizing draft assets.
Here's Grant. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Harden with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Maxey kicks to Niang. Sinks the three-pointer.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here's Grant. Great touch on the 16-footer. Grant's got 5 points so far.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp that time.
Philadelphia leading by 6. The pass to Harrell. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Maxey. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Maxey's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Jeremy Grant, part of a loaded second round of the 2014 draft.
Kevin, Jeremy signing a max contract, rare for a second rounder. Also in that 2014 second round draft, MVP, the Joker, Joe Harris, Jordan Clarkson, Spencer Dinwiddie. Wow, that second round proved to have some players.
You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer, but what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his abilities.
But Trey comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. Passes it to Little. It's stolen by Milton. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, the reserves have been a big story. What are you seeing from them?
On the bench, as offensive line, they've come in, they scored the ball, they've got to stop, so we're going to need them to keep it going.
We'll see if they can close it out in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Now look here now at the 76ers. They're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
And moving forward, a lot to like about that first half for the Philadelphia 76ers.
You look at their stats. They're shooting it well. Love the ball movement. They're getting guys open and taking the right shots.
Some smart basketball from them in the first half. A joy to watch here in the studio. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Lillard with it, now defended by Embiid. Bucket is good. Eubanks got his first points of the night.
The playmaking skills of Lillard. Reads defenses so well and recognizes when they've left a teammate uncovered.
Harden the pass to Tucker. In the corner, it's Harris. Embiid the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Harden has a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Harden outside. Pass to Embiid. Count that bucket. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Lillard against Harden. Back to Simons. The 11-footer and the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
For three, Harris. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit, and they're in the middle of this long string of games away from home. That'll be game 4 of 7 straight away.
An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and the 76ers will go for a different look here. Daniel House is checked in for P.J. Tucker. McDaniels comes in for Harris. Maxey's checked in for Milton. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Watford's checked in, and it's Little in for Grant. No good on the second free throw. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Lillard on top, defended by Milton. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
The hard-working Lillard embraces contact head-on and just powers through it.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And Portland making a change here. Sharp's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A free throw good from Lillard.
He's known for being clutch. When games are tight, Damian Lillard leans into the spotlight and knows how to deliver.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Embiid dishes to House. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. House has got his first 2 points of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball move.
And the basket by Lillard.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half. Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Milton's shot is good. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And so it's Philadelphia heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Trailblazers. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Little out there with Reddish. And it's Eubanks in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Reddish. And Embiid with the block.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Milton the pass to Harris. Kicks to House. pass to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Harris. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists in the game. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
And that one is good. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
The range of Lillard is endless. You cannot let him get looks from deep. Dame will hit him.
Now here's Embiid. Not a lot of room. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Out of hand on it. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And the 76ers making a change here. Harden's checked in. Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Reddish. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter. Harris outside. Here's Embiid. The rebound by Grant.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Here's Lillard. Harden with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Philadelphia.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage. But this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Lets it go from deep. Cans the 3.
It is Dame time. Winning time. Lillard seems to always come through.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're ahead by 4. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Substitution on the court.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Blazer substitution. Jeremy Grant. Matisse Thybulle. Anthony Simon. Damian.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Portland foul. Damian Lillard. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, James Harden. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And the playmaking of Harden continues to impress. Whether he's looking for his shot or creating for others, such a dynamic talent.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 5. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
Simons finds Thybulle. Grant for 3. So Philadelphia wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want, every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Joel Embiid.